Good afternoon. To introduce myself, I am Adam Seki. Today, I want to present about festival. My first research on festivals that I found that Malaysia are very common with this celebration that happens every year, which is for Malay Hari Raya Idul Fitri, for the Chinese New Year, and for the Indians Deepavali. For all of these festivals usually brings like serve opportunity for the families and communities for them to social bondings, preserving cultural heritage, passing on values and techniques. To heading on to Hari Raya, I'm going to explain on that. And Hari Raya Idul Fitri is a festival for Muslim, basically, yeah. And to talk about today is marking the end of Ramadan, and it happens on the first day of Shawwal, which the 10th month in Muslim Islamic calendar. And this celebration usually found filled with joy and excitement, and also with delicious food. Not only that, also Muslim take opportunity to seek forgiveness within their own family, friends, and their neighbors. So on the next part, on the day of Hari Raya, usually younger family members typically asking their like elderly to ask for their forgiveness and offering blessing. So at the same time also, children also excited to ask for green packets. We call it Duit Raya in return. So families also visit their graves of their ancestor and attend prayers at the mosque. So yeah, heading off to Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year is there's a historical about Chinese New Year where 1,000 years ago, it's already celebrating for 1,000 years ago for this, and the main purpose of Chinese New Year is to let go of the old and welcoming the new, which clean the old, let's just say clean the get rid of the old habits and do the new chapter with you and something like that, your old self into the new self. And making it time for also is to make warding off evil spirits on the day and praying for good harvest and honoring past ancestors. Moreover, with this festival, family usually so basically Chinese New Year, before Chinese New Year happens, family will always clean their house to get rid of the dirt, to make the house in a clean environment, to how do I say this, and also they will, they usually decorate in red color. I would say some of the the doors, they like to put the red color square thing. We call it food. So it brings, usually red color meant for the Chinese, it brings lucks for them, like lucks, fortune, something like that. And also Chinese New Year, also usually it reunite with families. Let's say me, I from Malaysia, and my parents are at Hong Kong. So it's the day where we reunite together at Hong Kong together, as one family, yeah. And yeah, also as we also know that during the Chinese New Year, usually there's a performance called the Lion Dance, which happens every year, everywhere. Usually you've seen shopping malls, outside somewhere else they will do the performance, right? So yeah, and heading to their dishes, their, I would say, the festive dishes, we call it Yishang. It's usually, basically, this food usually brings luck to, I would say, Usually people say that if you toss toss the food like the yisang higher, usually it brings you more luck a year ahead of you. Like you wishes for, maybe it will come true. We don't know that. Yeah. So on to the last part, we have Indians Deepavali. Like okay. So for this Deepavali, there's a story behind this festival, which why Deepavali gets to celebrate because of the return of Lord Rama to Ayodhya with Ma Sita and Lord what was it? Lakshman after the 14 years of exile, during which Rama defeated the king of Lanka, Ravana. That is where they started to celebrate their Deepavali, culture things. And not only that, Deepavali has many meanings to the Indians. Yeah. Deepavali also symbolizing luck and prosperity, and also is a new beginning for people to often to start their new adventures and business and their financial year. And also during the festival, people usually decorate their homes with deepas, candles, and colorful lights. Not only that, they also prepare some like sweet delicious sweets and changing gifts. So yeah, about that, talking about, we already talked about sweets, like sweets and snacks. So there's one more thing about sweet and snacks, that preparing them like is a like cherished tradition that helps to bring good health, while it believed to carry with prosperity and happiness when you have the sweets with you, like like muruku, all that small snacks that for during the Deepavali you have the muruku with you, and maybe it will bring you joys, happiness, and prosperity. And besides that, this act of sharing also can create unity and harmony among everyone during the celebration of Deepavali. So for the conclusion, what do I feel after I've done with my research? um, After I've done my research, I explore a lot. I explore these three types of festival, which is Hari Raya, Chinese New Year, and Deepavali. And most of the culture usually shows this celebration for like gather the community bonds, like preserving tradition and passing down generation to one another generation. And each festival mark importance cultural as like for families and friends to gather around to share joys to one another. So like throughout this presentation and assignments I've done, I did gain some deeper appreciation. I mean, um, how it feels like everyone has their own culture with practices and meanings. Each festival's celebration. Lastly, I'm happy to say that I've like where I can find more detail about their own cultural, like these three different culture, like mine is for Hari Raya, and I found these other two that are different than mine, where I found their culture, they have own special way to like ways of theirs. And that is all from me, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you.